Hello and welcome back to Owen's Games. Today we're playing a very iconic game that's been around for a long time and recently made a sort of revival on the Switch and on Xbox. And it should be fairly obvious to you what it is from these logos, and especially that logo. Yes, it's GoldenEye 007, one of the most iconic games on Nintendo 64, recently resurrected. And there we go, and we have a bit of a cast list. We have James Bond, Natalia Simonova, Alec Trevelyan, Yanis Operative Xenia Onatop, General Arkady Onomov, Boris Grushenko, ex-KGB agent Valentin Zhukovsky, Defense Minister Dmitry Mishkin, I originally when I first bought this game, it's a game that I rented once or twice, and it took me a while. I didn't know the whole lot about games at the time. My first introduction to gaming was Super Mario 64 and Lilac Wars, I think, was probably the first Nintendo 64 game I played. But and then there was Banjo Kazooie and Mario Kart, and I suppose those games were more familiar to me. They were, you know, easier to understand. They're a bit more, I suppose, they weren't as mature maybe. And then I was always into James Bond from a very young age. So when GoldenEye came along, um, or when I became aware that GoldenEye was out, I had to try it. But it's a game that took me a while to love. It's something that I didn't really think of games as a first person shooters as being a genre at the time. I wasn't really aware of it. So to have a game where you did this kind of thing where you were first person and you weren't really you were exploring. I suppose you are exploring, but it was just a different kind of game that I played previously. But now I love first person shooters, and I have loads of them. So I came around to it fairly quickly. um, I tried to play this. I tried to set this up actually. I actually tried to set up Nightfire on the GameCube to play here, but it actually turns out that connecting a video capture card to your older consoles is a lot more difficult than I thought. You have to connect the composite cables or SCART cables or whatever you're using to a splitter that turns into HDMI, and then connect the HDMI cable to the video capture card, and then connect the capture card to your laptop. And it's very easy for something to go wrong, I suppose. And as well as that, it's a bit, there's too many cables really. The whole place was rigged like a detonator, and it just didn't feel that safe. So I said, what I'll do is I'll go on to Nintendo Switch Online, and I'll find something to play there. And since they're adding more games to and more consoles to Nintendo Switch Online, I should have, Game Boy games to play, Game Boy Advance games to play, Mega Drive games, all sorts of things. And a lot of them are games that I would play anyway on my older consoles, or that I did own for my older consoles. So it's fairly authentic, it's fairly accurate to what my actual collection is. So without further ado, we'll go to the dam, and I think I'm going to pick Secret Agent. Agent is probably a bit too easy, a bit too boring, and Double Agent is too hard. After something that I'm trying to do half casually. And Q and M are giving me advice about this chemical facility that's here at the bottom of the dam. And Moneypenny says, "Hardly a lover's leap, James. Be careful though. I hate to think of you falling for anyone else." And that's her contribution, that little flirtatious remark. And now I will say that I've actually already started up this file, and spent a good 15 minutes trying to get the controls correct, because since this is really was built for a console that had only one control stick, it handles a lot a bit weirdly when you put it onto a console that has two control sticks. So it's still not something I'm uh, sort of used to yet. So you'll have to excuse me if okay, try that again. Yeah, okay. So yeah, it's something I'm not quite used to yet. It's going to take me a while to get to grips with. So if you find that I do a lot more dying than James Bond does in the films, then well, that's just because of the control scheme. Um, don't put away your weapon, James, please. So we'll shoot this. Probably attracted some attention now. Yeah, we have. So we'll head down the stairs and see. Whoops. I don't know why I said whoops there, because the whole objective is to kill them, but where's the other guy? Okay. What is reload? Because I keep changing weapons. B, okay. Right, off we go. And this is a rather short level, really, but it's a good introduction because it's kind of linear. I suppose it's just one long path. Okay, now I'll have to figure out how to use the sniper rifle. Oh, there's some awful shake. That shake is authentic, I suppose. If I had a sniper rifle, I'd definitely be wobbling. Oh, here's this new fella. I definitely wouldn't have a steady hand if I was firing a sniper rifle. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's one guy gone. And is that everybody? I've practically shot the whole bunker trying to get these two. Yep. Oh. I don't know what happened there. He sort of leapt through the bunker, through the stone wall, through the concrete, and sort of yelped in pain. It looked like. Anything up here? No. So, will I blow these up? I probably alerted my presence now to a lot of other guards, but am I out of? Oh no. A funny story about this. There was a guy in my class at school and who got GoldenEye a long time after me, and he was stuck. And I think I was probably as well but for not as long. He was stuck on this particular panel. He would come in every day to me and be like, "I'm on by bought GoldenEye and it's great, but I'm only getting this far. What do I do here? Do I shoot it or whatever?" And I think I didn't think I don't think I thought that he was here. I thought he was talking to something else, so I was giving him the wrong advice. All he had to do was press B, and I wasn't telling him that. I forget where I thought he was, but yeah, I was no good to him anyway. I was no help. No. He was running to turn off the alarm, but I didn't let him. One of the objectives in this level is to neutralize all the alarms, and neutralize is just a fancy word for blow up. So, oh, where are you going? Going around the wrong way. there are some very hard levels in GoldenEye, especially around like the control level in the jungle. So I'm hoping that we'll be able to make it to the end. And blow this off. Open the gate. And I don't really have much ammo for my KF7 Soviet. Soviet. See if I can take this guy out. There is some crazy shake on this sniper rifle. I don't remember. Okay. Oh, I have that weapon now as well. Okay, some ammo there. And blow up this. That's fairly durable. Oh. If I'm not careful now, I will die. So I don't want that to happen. There are guards. Up here as well. Whoops. Ah. Is there any... And yeah, strafing is very important in GoldenEye. In any first-person shooter, being able to kind of turn corners like this. But it's going to take it's taking a while for me to get the hang of it. Is there anything up here? Might be another alarm. Yeah, okay. Blow this up. And out you go. And okay, I'll have to go back this way, so should I change to my... Yeah, okay. I didn't even have an option there as to where they wanted to change. It was just like I pressed the button and it swapped out my gun. So, oh well, I have to change, so. And come on. And here we go. That must be very embarrassing for Bond to be in the middle of a shootout and he has to kind of stop and be like, well, wait a second now. I have to go through my guns. So I got this one, I got that one, I got this one, and I need to go back and pick up some ammo. If this was 00 Agent, I couldn't just run screaming down this corridor. I'd have to really go step by step. Wow. Well, as it stands even, I'm going to be in trouble, I'd say. Come on. It's the controls that are throwing me off, really, because that would be quite capable otherwise. And there's a few guys in here. Whoa, more than a few. Can I survive? I think that's everybody. Oh, one more. And a load of ammo. And nobody left. Okay, so we should be okay now to just, if there's any last alarms, we can take them out. And then we can Jump off the side. Uh, that sounds very defeatist, but no, that is actually what we're going to do. Okay, none there. This is probably the most clumsy mission James Bond has ever been on, where he's been up and down corridors and in and out of gates and okay. One more there. Okay, objective A completed, and yep. So we'll just run off the side. As someone pointed out recently, it's kind of funny that he just stares and he just jumps and he doesn't have any rope or harness or anything. He's just going. Bye bye. That was quite a spectacular stunt in the film. So yeah, neutralize all alarms. Completed. Mission status completed. Time 10:42. Target 240. Whew. I was way off there, but hopefully in the facility, the next one will have a bit of a better time, and maybe I'll be getting more used to the controls. So I'll see you next time for the facility.